getting a 50-50 ball, that's all we need you to do right now. That's who you are for us. So just keep doing those things, and minutes are going to come, and we're going to like the results because you're going to help put us in good positions. And she executed it to a T tonight.
This is the J-Hawks Sports Network, powered by Heartland Technology.
No. Can you hear me?
All right. I'm green headset. Luke is the orange headset. Here we go. Welcome aboard on the J-Hawks Sports Network from Arlen Technology. Game 5 of 6 in the gym for the broadcast team here tonight. But it's a girls-only contest. JV girls playing prior to this, but West Delaware coming in. And kind of a different matchup as it's a Class 3A opponent coming into this one with West Delaware at 4-5 overall out of the WAMAC. Facing now ranked number 13 in the state, the Jesup J-Hawks Girls at 8-0. That's something we talked about on Tuesday night. Who would have thought at this point 2 months ago that we'd be saying 8-0 and number 13 in the state?
Not many, and I don't know when the last time Jesup has been 8-0. If ever. I assume we have at some point throughout history, but I couldn't tell you when that was, Nate. It certainly hasn't been for a long time. So exciting time for girls basketball here in Jesup. But I tell you what, this is going to be a battle here tonight. As you said, this is a 3A team that we're playing. They come from a great conference. You could look at their schedule and see that they're 4-5 and make some assumptions off that. And your assumptions would probably be incorrect because all of their losses, all 5 losses, have come against ranked opponents, and including, you got a top 5 loss in there that I think they dropped that game by 4 points. So this is a very good West Delaware team. Brooke Krogman in particular, she's their 6-foot forward/center. She'll take you outside, inside, and everywhere in between. So we better come be ready to play tonight.
We did talk to head coach Jordan Conrad on Tuesday night, and here's what we were talking about scheduling this game and kind of what he was looking for. Well, you get a day to prepare for West Delaware coming up on Thursday. I guess talk through that. Talk through scheduling that, and then talk through getting ready for it.
Yeah, they're going to be first off, we only have a couple of non-conference games, so non-conference. I mean, we technically only have 8 conference games. Yeah. Outside of the NICL, East, Central, West, any of that, we only have a couple of spots on the schedule that are open. And, we go out and look for competitive ones. West Delaware is by no means a slouch. We're going to play really well. They play in the WAMAC, which is arguably the toughest conference in the state right now, I think. They have some really good teams, and they've played some really tough teams close. Some, 2 second-ranked teams in 4A, top-ranked team in 1A. In 3A. They'll be big, they'll be physical, but I think we're up to the challenge. It's not like we lack size, right? At times we need to get a little more physical, but from a size perspective, we should be able to match up. They'll pressure us, I'm sure. We realized tonight we got to work on that a little bit more, breaking pressure. Early on, we did a really good job of it. We were just really patient. Everybody knew where they were supposed to be. Things got a little hectic there the last couple of minutes of people just not getting to our spots. And when we get to our spots, we're fine. And we'll work through that tomorrow. It's not easy. They're going to be 4th game in less than a week. That's not an easy turnaround. None of them have been easy on us. So message is the girls is you got one day of it, and then you get 5 days off with our dead week, of nothing. So we'll have to bring everything we have. Hopefully we'll have Sage back with us. Hopefully Adriana's ankles, back to 100% when we make the turnaround on Thursday.
Well, again, head coach Jordan Conrad. That was from halftime of the boys' game on Tuesday night when we got a chance to visit with him. We'll break away for our national anthem here in Jesup tonight. the national anthem from the Jesup High School Orchestra. Luke, give us our starting lineups if you could.
For the West Delaware Hawks, we've got a junior guard, Kristen Colbert, number 1. Sophomore guard, Nora Payton, number 4. Junior forward, Susie Funk, number 10. Junior center, Brooke Krogman, 21. And junior guard, Josie McMahon, number 23. And for your Jesup J-Hawks, a junior guard, number 2, Peyton Youngblood, a junior forward, number 5, Sage Bain, a junior guard, number 10, Peyton Bowes, a junior center, number 23, Olivia Nesbitt, and our lone senior guard, Adriana Bolden, number 32.
Jesup coming off a couple wins already this week, beating Union 57-20 and South Hardin on Tuesday 57-38. West Delaware comes out of the gates with the tip, and quick from that outside, shot goes up from Funky, will get missed. As you said, there's it could get a little confusing tonight. Jesup is full of girls with the first name Peyton, and West Delaware has a girl with the last name Peyton. So
a lot of Peytons.
Stay tuned and follow along. We'll try and keep it in the order.
I'm sure we won't screw that up at all.
No, it's there's probably about a 98% chance that we will.
Well, this should be, Nate, this should be a real good game tonight. These are 2 well-coached teams, a lot of athleticism on the court tonight. As we see right there, as Olivia Nesbitt just denies the West Delaware player clean path to the hoop, but both teams, I'm sure, are ready to play, and this should be a good game to watch, a fan's game, if you will.
Yeah, of all the girls on the roster for both teams, there's only one senior that's on the floor or the bench, and that is Adriana Bolden for Jesup. Otherwise, a pretty young team for West Delaware.
Yeah. Yeah, when you look through the lineup, I mean, they're very comparable to ours. In fact, their leading scorer, junior, just like we have.
Approaching the 7-minute mark, Peyton Bowes, she's going to come towards that baseline, kick it back out. Peyton Youngblood, dish, Bolden.
Nice.
Gets in that paint, off the board, no good. Nice pull down, gets her own rebound. Sage Bain out with illness on Tuesday. And Emma Bowes took her place and did it very well in the starting lineup on Tuesday. So we'll see, I'm sure we'll see Emma on the floor here before too long, the sophomore.
Yeah, Sage looks pretty good for having been down and out there. But you're right, though. How long can she hang out there having missed the better part of a week?
Across that timeline, Peyton Bowes sees the left side, and she's going to get the foul drawn and send her to the free throw line.
And these are 2 teams that actually, there's some familiarity between the 2 teams here. One, we played them last year. Of course, they took care of us pretty well last year. I think they beat us by 17. But our girls have been playing their girls for years. Back when our juniors, for example, were coming up through the elementary and middle school grades, these 2 teams would compete at various tournaments throughout the region. So they've seen each other for quite a few years.
Yeah, last year was a January game, beat them 64-47, West Delaware over the Jayhawks. And history shows this is only their second meeting, at least in the records that we have.
Extra step there by Bolden. She's got to go straight up with that. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Langle coming on the bench for West Delaware. Under 6. A lob in, going to come up high though. Krogman snags it. There's a deep 3 from that left side, and West Delaware's on the board. Give that basket to Krogman. Actually, to give that to McMahon. Bain, little challenge there, is going to get that pickpocketed. Jump possession will remain towards Jesup.
Josie McMahon, the 5'9" guard for the Hawks, a daughter of assistant coach Rick McMahon. Rick has been with the Hawks for many years. Olivia Nesbitt shot in and out, and that's going to go after the foul back to West Delaware.
3-2 that score. There's been shots taken, but not a lot of shots dropped.
No.
Jesup
in their full court press. Nearly get the steal.
They'll go to the paint, and a whistle there. That'll go against Jesup.
Got to keep that arm up, Nesbitt. Doesn't agree with the foul, but anytime you bring that arm down like that, whether you touch them or not, the ref they're always going to call that.
Bain and Nesbitt each with a foul here in the first quarter. The second one for the Jayhawks. Only one on the other side of the board for the Hawks.
Krogman again at the line there. The Hawks leading scorer. I'm going to say West Delaware so we don't confuse Hawks and Jayhawks, but she's got a real nice shot to her. We were watching her warm up, and man, she's got some long hands.
Nesbitt, she had what, 23 the other night?
Yeah,
Breakout
game for her for sure. Get in there.
Left side doesn't go. Again, Brooke Krogman, as Luke was talking about, pushing 20 points on average per game, 52% from the field, 44% from the arch, 78% free throw shooter. Corner shot comes up from Peyton, no good. And there's a rebound, Adriana Bolden. Jesup.
Way to be strong, Adriana. Rip that board away. I'd like to believe that if we can contain the other 4 girls on the court and give Krogman her point, she's going to get points. Don't give her all the points, but if you can contain 4 out of the 5 on the court at any given time, I like our chances real well. This is a West Delaware team that shoots at a better shooting percentage, both from 2 and 3 than the Jayhawks. But we turn the ball over less, of course, as I watch us turn the ball over and get more steals. So
Peyton Weber, the freshman, in the game. She gets the first nod off the bench. And she gets stronger every game that she's on that floor, too, as underclassmen. She
sure
around
does.
in the lane. A lot of fight there. West Delaware eventually will go to the free throw line after some attempts to try and get that to go through.
not a bad foul. It's a bad foul if she makes that shot, but send her to the line and make her make a couple.
Funky with that first free throw, and we've got a 6-2 score. And we'll double that up. A little slow-moving first quarter. Peyton Bowes. And the touch on it. A little height in there now with Weber. Nesbitt, top of the key, looking for an outlet, has to force it down to the freshman. She doesn't see anything where she can go with Weber. Now Nesbitt, she tries to do something.
There you go,
turnaround jumper.
That's what we're going to need out of Nesbitt tonight. We were down to about 8 seconds on the shot clock there, and she put it on her shoulders.
She was committed. Long shot, left side, no good. No good for Langle, who's in the game for West Delaware. And
Emma
here comes
Bowes.
Emma Bowes.
Emma Bowes, she's going to come in for Adriana Bolden, so a little different than we expected. I think we both expect to see Emma maybe come in for Sage, given Sage has been absent for a few days, but mixing up the rotation here tonight.
Well, one thing about Coach Conrad, he keeps playing with that lineup.
Yeah.
You know, like every game, and just even throughout the game, he's starting to see some different combinations as he sees what he's up against.
Yep. And that's a good example of what you get out of that Krogman. You know, she's 6'1". You expect to see her probably get a lot of her points down low, but she stepped out and knocked that three down and with ease.
Yeah, and you look at number 10 down there, Funky. She's a tall 5'10" too in that paint. Under 3 minutes here in the first quarter at Jesup. I'm Nate Clayberg. That's Luke Baldwin on the Jayhawks Sports Network. Anthony Baugh at the controls. Eric Clark on camera as Jesup continues to fight for a basket.
Nesbitt can't do that. You know that.
So that will be a technical foul against Olivia Nesbitt. And a 78% free throw shooter. You bring Brooke Krogman to that line, and you get some good odds.
So Nesbitt will head to the bench. Sage Bain in. Cooler heads will prevail.
Deep shot. Peyton no good. Jesup really struggling on getting some defensive rebounds.
See how Emma Bowes does. Sometimes Emma comes off that bench and gives a little jolt of electricity to the Jayhawks.
Peyton Bowes in and out of traffic with that
Get in there.
Three-point shot now that it just kind of was slow motion once it hit that rim and ringed around.
It's like those pennies you drop in the big circle thing.
I imagine you have fun with that.
I do.
I also imagine you stick your hand down through that hole to try and get some pennies out of there and just keep going.
My hands are
Come
way
on,
too
Luke,
big.
it's for the kids. Don't be stealing any money out of there. Under 2 minutes, West Delaware in that bonus with Jesup at that 5-foul range. And again, the new rule this year in boys and girls basketball, fouls reset each quarter and no more 1-and-1. So you get to 5 fouls, your opponent gets to go to the free throw line, shoot 2. That's what West Delaware is doing. Krogman drops another one through.
So we did have Emma Zabel and Adriana Bolden come into the game during those free throws. We've also seen for the Hawks, we've seen Veda Langle check into the game, sophomore forward/guard.
Nice go with Adriana.
Hang on to it, girls.
Aggressive play in the paint. West Delaware retains possession. Krogman, little bounce, take it out to Langle. She's going to try and get over Zabel, who's in the game now for Jesup. Go to the free throw line again. Of the games we've seen this year, this is the quickest Jesup's been on the foul side to allow their opponent to get in that bonus. And we're still looking at a minute 16 to go. Back of the rim, no good.
West Delaware
get it back.
Yeah, West Delaware's doing a nice job at taking it at us, which is what Jesup ought to be doing on the other end. Take it right at these girls and draw that foul.
Krogman, a little outside shot. Count that in. Take her to 8 points. Peyton Bowes leads this team in scoring, 14.4 points per game, 33% from the field, 32 from the arch. Dish out to Adriana, who's been averaging 7 points per game, and she will draw that foul and go to the free throw line.
These refs are call happy tonight. Keep driving it into the lane there. Jaden Bowes set to check in after the first shot by Adriana. So did that. Jaden will come in and replace older sister Peyton and probably take over point guard duties.
Coach still looking for that right combination, especially when you got some girls in some foul trouble. And rebound from Zabel. Bain takes a shot just inside of 3. A little sluggish here in this first quarter, just like almost kind of like Monday night when they were up against Union. They're a little sluggish, trying to figure out what they were doing. Jaden Bowes, dish out to Emma. Tries to truck through there, ball gets loose.
Pick up ball.
15 seconds. Shot attempt from Funky, in and out. And Zabel says, no, I want that back. Here's Jaden Bowes looking for a last shot.
Set it up, girls, set it up.
For this Jayhawks, and Bolden. A little aggressive in the last second, trying to get something to happen, but Jesup trailing 16-10 here through the first quarter, Luke.
It's been a back and forth affair, and I'm happy to see Jesup start to take some drives into the lane. As I said, these refs appear pretty quick to call a foul on either side of the court. So if you go in there and draw a little bit of contact, they're probably gonna call it, and then we gotta convert those free throws when we get to the line.
Jesup wrestling at Denver tonight. They got the victory over Denver in their duel, 43-29. Ethan Krall, Trevindell Gardell, all with wins, along with Caden Lang, Wyatt Vanderwerf, Kyle Bucknell, Skylar Glad, Aiden Berkman, Cooper Hines, all getting victories over at Denver tonight as they continue on their way. Jesup also was facing Columbus earlier, and they beat them 66-18. Gavin Bell, Ethan Krall, Trevindell Gardell, Dawson Bell, Caden Lang, Wyatt Vanderwerf, Kyle Bucknell, Skylar Blad, Aiden Berkman, Max DeVore, Cooper Hines, Joe Baller, all getting victories tonight, with the exception of Baller wrestling outside of the varsity match. So the roll continues for the Jayhawk wrestling program, Luke.
Love it. Congrats to our Jayhawk wrestlers and coaches.
Jesup girls in action tonight as you join us here on the Jayhawk Sports Network, whether watching on Facebook or on our YouTube channel. As West Delaware in town, coming in from 3A on the WAMAC at a 4-5 record, and Jesup undefeated 8-0. Whether something like that is hanging on their minds, I don't think so necessarily.
Get it.
But Peyton Youngblood, confident coming in from that right side, getting that ball to go up and drawing the foul.
Nice job, Peyton.
And I'm waiting to see, are they going to count that? Well, no, it was not. Okay, they called it off right before that.
Yeah, that's a load.
How do you really feel, Luke?
Good board, Adriana.
Jump possession, go back West Delaware.
Nice job coming in there hard.
7:24 to go, first half.
I thought that was going the other way too, Nate.
There's Bain looking for an outlet. Quickly gets it to Peyton Bowes, who had to tuck it and try and throw it. And there's a takeaway from Bolden.
Duncan.
Uncontested, off the box. Counted in. She's going to be a little more conservative, Luke, than maybe you'd want to be.
How shocking would that be, though, if she just springs up there and tomahawks it?
Little windmill pull down. Ball out of bounds, remains this end of the floor for West Delaware on the inbound. Substitution with Peyton coming in from West Delaware.
Nora Peyton, to be clear. We've got so many of them, we better give a first name with it, huh?
You got Peyton Youngblood, Peyton Bowes.
Good defense by the Jayhawks.
Peyton Weber.
Boy, everybody just fighting for those rebounds.
No travel on that shot from up top.
So Brooke Krogman with the travel.
6:31 to go, first half.
Let's get a shot here, ladies. A score, I should say, not just a shot.
Peyton Youngblood. She's one you talk about too, Luke, of, Olivia Nesbitt. And I'll give you credit Tuesday night. You said she was going to have a game, and she did.
She sure did.
I think you're still kind of waiting to see that from Peyton Youngblood, too.
I am.
Because she has it in her.
She is very capable of it. She's just, there you go. Nice job,
takeaway.
Nesbitt, with the block. Yeah, Peyton Youngblood's plenty capable of it. She's just got to get out there and do it. She will.
That corner's got a quick dribble. Nesbitt
Hit
10
that.
feet out,
Get in
but she
there.
takes one right side rim.
It's close. Nice job, Adriana Bolden. Give yourself to the game, girl.
See substitution, Colbert comes back in. And a timeout is wanted
Colbert
from
in
West
for-
Delaware, and Brad Wabena, assisted by Rich McMahon, Shannon Funke, as they continue on. They, looking at their schedule, they played Independence actually, let me go back through the schedule here. Tuesday night they played Marion, lost 65-58. Last week, lost number 5 Walbert, 57-42. They will close out their 23 campaign and return back on the 2nd, hosting Beckman Catholic. Jesup girls, however, this will be their last one of this half of the school year, the season. And on the 4th, I think that's at Friday. Is that a Thursday or Friday? That'll be at Grundy
Thursday.
Center. At Grundy Center, then HWSR at Friday night, and get right back into it. Well, we're just about that halfway point, Luke, in the season with games.
You know, every year we get closer to the end, and then all of a sudden we're like, what is going on? I feel like we just started this and we're almost done.
Yeah, this will be game 9. There'll be 12 after we get back from the holiday break. Just regular season games. And see how far Jesup can go when we get postseason time. Takeaway by Bolden. She's right where she needs to be on the boards.
All right, girls.
16-12, very low scoring here in this quarter.
West Delaware doing a really nice job on Peyton Bowes. She's unable to get anything real clean, any real clean looks so far.
5:02 remains. Jesup's the only team that scored this quarter, and that's only been a basket. Bain on the quick inbound. Leaning from Nesbitt. She looked at it. Peyton Bowes takes an outside shot. Bolden tries to pull down the rebound. And another jump possession. West Delaware will have it.
You get that jump or not, I love it. I love to see these kids getting on the ground.
A little full court press. Travel.
Nice job. And that press is, you know, I think a lot of people probably assume the full court press is just to steal a ball. Well, that's a great result if you can get the steal, but with the inception of the shot clock, a lot of times you're really just trying to limit the amount of time that the other team has to run their offense, get set up. You're basically rushing them. The more time you can get taken off that clock before they set up, the less chance they have to be successful. So there's a couple reasons for that press.
And Youngblood comes over to try and slow him down some more. 22 on that shot clock. Outside shot for McMahon. Back of the rim, no good. Youngblood has it. Across that midcourt.
Hit that.
Peyton's wide open
there.
right side. Clears the iron. Had the opportunity if she wanted it to go baseline. She took the big one. (16-12). Still looking. West Delaware still looking to score. Jesup looking to build on their only basket this quarter as Zabel's back in. You know, with Nesbitt, Youngblood, Bolden, and Peyton Bowes.
You know, Nesbitt, she had a little lapse of judgment early in the game. Scored herself a technical foul. There, she did the right thing. The other girl went down. She put her hand out in a gesture of good sportsmanship, and so That's the goal, right? To learn from your errors and make a better decision next time.
3:43 here before halftime. Left side.
Jesup in a 2-3 zone, I believe. Nice block. Another nice block by Nesbitt. And Nesbitt doing work in there. Emma Bowes into the game for Peyton Youngblood. And I know we talked about this last time. Peyton Youngblood, man, she gives you so much more than the opportunity for some shots. She's such a great defensive player. She can handle the ball really well. So if the point guard is in trouble, you can pass it off to her and know that she's not going to be a liability for you. And then
Jesup in the bonus now. You had more to say?
Yeah, I was going to say, and then you got a girl like Emma Bowes coming in and just a firecracker, lightning fast. I swear her arms are like twice the length of her body, because how many times have we seen her jump a passing lane? Just the other night, she intercepted a ball mid-court that she looked like an NFL wide receiver.
Nesbitt almost gets that ball taken away from her. Bolden comes baseline. And West Delaware doing a good job inside, trying to make him force those shots from beyond the arch. And Jesup quickly trying to get back in defense on his zone. Errant pass. West Delaware will cover, but double team coverage near midcourt from Jesup. Push that shot clock to 15, and there's that pressure you're talking about, Luke.
Yep.
As we're running out of time. And
double dribble.
You get pressure and you start making mistakes like that, turn the ball over on a double dribble.
Absolutely. Nice job by the Jayhawks as we see Krogman step back onto the court for the West Delaware Hawks. I would have loved to have seen Jesup take advantage of the time while she was on the bench, maybe get it inside to Nesbitt a couple times for some mid-range jumpers, but we'll have to do that now that she's back in. Zabel gets it low, nice spin move, up and in. There you go, kid.
That's the freshman contributing.
Man, she is we say this every time she's on the court. She's a real good-looking player for just a freshman. I mean, she makes the move. That spin move right there, that's a mature basketball move. Peyton Weber checks in. Nesbitt will go to the bench.
Tale of two quarters. Just have not seen a lot of scoring from either team. Missed free throws, and Weber hits it high off that board and true.
So we, just like that, we're tied back up.
And West Delaware still has not scored. This has been a trend at Jesup.
Get out of there.
This has been a trend at Jesup, preventing teams from scoring. It happened Monday night in the second half. It happened for a good chunk of, I feel like, two and a half quarters on Tuesday against South Hardin.
Yeah, and that still blows my mind about Monday night, where Union went scoreless the entire second half. You just don't see that.
Halftime, boys coach Joe Smines will be up in the upper patio to hang out with us.
Ball to the Jesup J-Hawks. Adriana Bolden getting in on a lot of those jump balls. Speak of the devil.
Jesup still.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Has yet to
Coach
lead
Joe
this
Smines.
game. Pushing 90 seconds. Peyton Bowes comes baseline. Hits a double team. Adriana's going to fly for that one. There's Zabel. She's going to pull up, take the confident shot. Bolden pulls it down and puts it out.
Girls working hard. Started with Zabel, ended with Adriana Bolden. We'll see if she can get the three-point play here.
Jesup gets their first lead of the game. They came out of the gates pretty slow.
Lena Petlin in for the Hawks. Got to put my eyeballs on here, Joe.
Free throw rolls out. There's a rebound into Funky. Push that ball up. Colbert on the lead.
And Jesup in that, is that a 2-3, Joe, or a box and one? Kind of loose.
Petland in the game now. She had a handle on it. Now a little forced shot from Funky. And we're going to see a foul against Jesup. And that'll be the third personal against Peyton Weber. She was in some foul trouble Tuesday night as well. And so we'll see Sage Bain, I assume, coming in to take her place.
So Funky, again, a 5'10" junior forward for the Hawks. Between her and Krogman, that's a pretty solid front court that you got to deal with.
Usually drops that one through as well. Take her to 8 points. Her and Krogman, both with 8 leading scorers for the Hawks from West Delaware. Bolden, a little opening. And, aggressive play on that baseline.
Jump ball, that's going to go back to the Hawks.
Zabel kind of got caught up in traffic.
Bolden just a little bit out of control there on the baseline. See if we can get a steal with this 3/4 court press. There it is.
Yep, Bowes right there, put her hand on it. Zabel ready to get it. And now Emma Bowes, she sees a double team in the paint. Zabel, little one bounce into Bain. She's caught up as well. They really collapse on that inside when that ball gets in there. You got some height, you got some strength, and that's going to get taken away. Emma Bowes was calling for it. 20 seconds to play, first half.
Tough defense. See if we can get another stop and score before half.
Petland shot from 12 feet. Puts him in the lead here just before half. Jesup trying to get a last-second shot off. Zabel, side of the rim, no good. It's 21-18, and Jesup has outscored. Actually, Jesup outscored 8-5 West Delaware in that second half. Halftime right now, 21-18, as Jesup on an undefeated team right now when it comes to girls basketball. And we were talking earlier, Joe, as Joe Smines, our boys basketball coach, and AD comes in. If we were talking Jesup girls, 13th in the state, 8-0, 90 days ago, we'd be like, no, we'll see about that. But it's this. He can go deep on that bench. There's some good players out there.
Yeah, when after losing last year and graduated, some people did a good job for us. Laney, obviously, I thought we'd be pretty good. We've had a pretty good run here of players and a good freshman class coming in. But 8-0 and winning a bunch of games close. I mean, I don't know what our win margin is. Pretty low, I'm guessing. 5, 6, 7 points somewhere in there. It has to be pretty small.
You're looking at 14, 15 points.
Yeah, I mean,
difference.
It's not much. So, but to their credit, done a good job. I went and watched practice that first week, and they have a really good blend of upperclassmen down to freshmen, and a lot of really good players. Kids are going to be really good players. So, really good situation for our girls. You see a lot of freshmen getting some time, and a lot of girls playing JV and varsity, and the seniors are doing a good job leading them.
Yeah, and you look at what it was, the year they went to state back in 2020.
Yep.
And they were lucky to do a couple quarters in JV.
Yep. And
then you look right now with those numbers, I guess from an athletic director's standpoint, when you see that happening in the growth that Conrad's led, I guess just talk through that from an AD standpoint.
Yeah, we I don't know how long ago it was that we played varsity only with 7 or 8 girls with Coach Klein, and I don't know what year that was, 15, 16, 17, somewhere in there. And Tom Klein was the head coach at the time, did a really good job of starting to get the youth programs more invested in the rec areas, and he did a really good job. Then Jordan took over that state tournament, or for the state tournament year, and it's kind of gone from there. And I still think we can have more room for growth even. I mean, I know we probably have 5, 6, 7 girls that have played before or should be out. So I know, and that's kind of a common theme around the state of Iowa with girls basketball. But We got a bunch of good players, and I think there's more in the hallway that could really help us too on JV or freshman or varsity, whatever level that is. So, yeah, we're borderline 3 levels right now, and that's a good thing for girls.
Well, look at, I guess, what's the Caitlin Clark effect here in the next 5, 6, 7 years, and what that's going to do for youth girls.
Yeah, she's not a bad player. I mean, that's
a triple double tonight. She did okay.
As a former, I coached girls basketball at my previous school for 6 years, and even myself, when I was coaching girls, didn't watch a lot of college girls basketball or WNBA, and the more you watch it now, that's good basketball, really good basketball, especially at Iowa, how they play and how fun it is, and the WNBA's got really good players and how they play, and girls basketball is definitely on the rise nationally and hopefully in the state of Iowa too.
Well, let's change hats. Let's talk Jesup J-Hawk boys basketball. 4-3 right now, 2-1 in the Nickel East. We talked, I guess Tuesday when we had the South Hardin game, but kind of a tale of 2 nights when you look at, some of the struggles you had on the floor against Sumner, actually against Union, and then coming back with the victory the way it happened with South Hardin. I guess just talk through one day to the other.
Yeah, I learned a long time ago, and it took me a while to learn this, I guess, as a coach, but things are a lot better when the ball goes in the basket. At GR, we thought we played good enough to win the game. We didn't make enough shots. We had against GR. On that last Friday, GR had 23 turnovers. We had 5. We took 20 more shots and we lost by 8. Those numbers don't correlate. Mm-hmm. The ball didn't go in the basket. Against Union, not as drastic in that regard, but once again, low turnovers. Just couldn't put the ball in the basket. And then didn't play good enough, in areas to win the game. South Hardin, ball went in the basket. I thought also our energy was way better against South Hardin. We got to 50-50 balls, got to loose balls, did a good job in transition. We shared the ball the best we've shared it all year. I think we had 20-plus assists on Tuesday night. So that's what we can look like, against Sumner Fred and against South Hardin. Hopefully we get more of that going on as we go here rather than what we saw against Union and GR in terms of shooting the basketball.
Well, you got one more game to close out the 2023 calendar year, and it's Don Bosco. And we were talking earlier, when you look at Don Bosco, sometimes that roster was a little soft or not many, but they've got some participation over there, and that results in having better practices, playing a little better basketball.
Yeah, they are actually playing 3 levels tomorrow night, and that's the first time we've done that with them that I can remember. They finally have some upperclassmen playing. They do have a sophomore or 2 playing varsity, but they got some guys in the right position finally, and not having to play freshmen on the varsity to get a game in. So the Belu boys, who we know fairly well, they came to camp when they were young and did some rec stuff here, so we're familiar with them, and all good players. They're 5-2 this year. Have won some games pretty easily, and then lost to Dunkerton on Tuesday night, who's a really good basketball team. So playing a home court rivalry game before Christmas break, it should be a good atmosphere. And guys had a good practice day. We were pretty lively today at practice, so that's a good sign going into tomorrow night. And but we'll have to be ready to play. They're a capable team. They can score it from 4 or 5 different people. Pretty good defensively, and should be a good basketball game.
Well, we won't get a chance to talk again before break, but I guess what does break look like for you get the 5 days off, then bring it back, I think, next Wednesday or something like that, or Thursday.
Thursday for us,
and then I guess you get some time to work on some things before you got to get back at it on the 4th against Grundy Center.
Yeah, we play tomorrow night, and then we'll take Saturday through Wednesday off. For us, we'll come back on Thursday, which is different than girls basketball and wrestling. Actually, they'll be back a day earlier, but 5 days is good. I like that. Some schools don't like that around the state, but I think it's a really, really important time to get away a little bit, think about things, see what you want to change, do better, adjustments make, and some years you make more than others at Christmas, and sometimes it even takes you in the middle of January before you start making some substantial changes. But we'll have 8. This will be our 8th game Friday tomorrow night, and we should have a pretty good base of where we're at and what we need to do a little differently. And we got one more game to see what we need to do differently, and then we come back from break with Grundy Center, who is a really good basketball team, 6'5", 6'4" guys, football players, and then Ackley. So right into it after break, back-to-back games. We'll actually head down to Benton Community on Saturday the 30th for our yearly scrimmage with them and some other schools. So should be a good break. Hopefully we get healthy again. Today was the first day we've had all 7 of our top varsity guys together since before the Sumner Fred game. So hopefully we get some time together to get some consistency here, and hopefully that'll help our performance as we go forward.
Well, Joe, good luck tomorrow night, and good luck as you get through the holiday season.
Thanks, guys.
And we'll talk again in 24.
Yep, Merry Christmas, guys.
That's head coach Joe Spines for our Jayhawk boys basketball team, as we will step away. We return here in about a minute and a half or two on the Jayhawks Sports Network. Girls leading right now on West Delaware. They're actually trailing right now, 21-18. Tomorrow night. Back on the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology, I'm Nate Clayberg. Luke Baldwin will be the other voice you hear in just a moment. Anthony Baugh on the Magic Suitcase tonight, and I assume Eric Clark's still here, or is he running around?
No, Eric had to.
He had enough.
He had to boogie for work, so Anthony is now on the Magic box and the camera.
No rest for the weary down there with Anthony Baugh.
Multi-talented.
I did enjoy your exchange with him today. You know, it was enjoyable.
Yeah, we'll just we'll leave that off air.
I do like his hat, though. Chapeaus, sombreros, caps, you know, whatever you want to call it. Underway second half, Jesup trailing West Delaware 21-18. They did hold the lead at 1 point, 18-17. And first shot attempt from Jesup is not going to go, and that's been a consistent, actually not just for Jesup, for both teams. They're struggling on shooting a little bit.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, I liked that shot selection. They got it into the middle to Nesbitt. She didn't get it to drop, but I was talking to Coach Spines right after you visited with him, and I said, man, I'd like to see the girls get a few more shots in the paint. And so that's exactly what they did in that first possession.
Come left side. That was a good looking shot. That just didn't want to fall. Off the hands of Krogman, who has 8 points tonight. Leading scorer for Jesup with 7. That's Adriana Boland. She got out of the gate slow, but free throws have been to her advantage.
Yeah, we got to take care of that ball, though. Too many errant passes.
7-minute mark, third quarter.
Straight up.
Keep trying to find that opening in the lane, and they find it with Krogman. It'll take her to 10. First player on the floor entirely in double numbers. Bain snakes that away and on the high pass. Jesup
Nice cut.
finding Youngblood, and that one finds the rim and says, hang on, I'm going to pull you in.
Beautiful give and go by Peyton Youngblood and Sage Bain.
So Youngblood's again in the scorebook.
10 seconds.
2.
There's that press again, Nate, wreaking some havoc.
Peyton Youngblood has a good eye on the floor, sees where her teammates are. Comes Peyton Bowes, doesn't work.
No
Draws
good,
the foul.
Yep, she's going to send herself to the line. Oh, I'm sorry, not yet. I don't know how that wasn't active shooting.
First personal foul against Colbert.
Oh, boy. Let's go, girls. Get this back.
Quick inbound to West Delaware. They've got the full court to go. Little opening opportunity for Peyton, or Nora Peyton. That one's going to be out of her reach as she has to chase it towards that south wall.
If we could get some offense going here, Nate, we would very likely run away with this thing, because that press is just causing the Hawks all sorts of problems. Can't throw that.
And it's been a struggle for Jesup to try and get that ball inside and take advantage of some close-up shots. And Nesbitt with her third personal. One of those has been a technical foul.
Yeah. So Emma Zabel check into the game for Olivia. And that's not completely on Olivia. That was not a great pass, and Olivia just got caught up in the situation.
Baseline McMahon, little put up from the center with Krogman, and she will go to 12 points and keep chipping at it. 5-point advantage. Peyton Bowes had the opportunity, that just didn't sail the way she wanted.
Watch that middle. They're going to go back to her.
Krogman out of her reach. Really telegraphed that one from Nora Peyton. Zabel finds an opening for Youngblood, off the board, no good. Rebound, you got 3 or 4 orange jerseys in there waiting for that rebound. Left side, Colbert. Spread the offense, and then I'm going to guess we're going to see, thought we'd see maybe go inside, but Bain's going to try and chase on the rebound. Comes out of bounds. It will be Jesup ball, I assume.
It will be Jesup ball, but that was a really solid play. Great hustle by Funk to get to that ball and almost kick it back in off the legs of Sage Bain. Sage Bain really has to make sure she's getting down and boxing that ball out, so that can't happen. And
she's got a size mismatch up against Funky.
Peyton Youngblood going to go to the line, shoot a 2. I think she kind of took a hard fall there. I think I broke my kneecap just hearing it.
I think you wanted to.
Peyton no good on the first shot. She'll shoot a second.
Jesup only has scored 2 points this half, and Peyton Bowes will build on that, take her to 6 points total out of bounds. West Delaware retains possession.
Fun fact, Coach Conrad's dad also Coach Conrad. He's currently the head girls basketball coach in Independence. Rebuilding process over there, but he coached at West Delaware for a number of years prior to taking a little hiatus from basketball. And he came back out to coach the Jayhawks. He's across the way, sitting behind that little gated section in the gray sweatshirt.
He gets as animated as his son does, or vice versa, I guess.
Great.
That's where it comes from.
Great guy. I've had the opportunity to ref some games with him, not official games. Get in there, and he's just a wealth of knowledge. As you would expect from a guy that's been on the sidelines for as many years as he has. I'm sure he's probably crawling out of his skin over there watching.
Yeah, you can kind of see him moving around a little bit as the game flows.
I remember when Dad...
Hard to take the game out of the coach.
Yeah, I remember when
Or
Dad,
coach out of the game, I guess.
Right. Remember when Dad first hung up the whistle, or the coaching whistle. He was almost comical to watch up in the stands. He was all over the place. He can kick back and enjoy it at this point.
3:39 to play, third quarter. Jesup trailing 25-21. Both teams really playing some good defense. As West Delaware finds an opening there and capitalizes on that. And that'll be the first basket for Colbert.
So West Delaware back up to 6-point lead, which I think is the biggest lead of the game. They had a 6-point lead in the first half as well. But we'll see if the Jayhawks can stop the bleeding at this point too, as Coach Conrad takes a 30-second timeout.
Take a little break in there to try and regroup. He's doesn't quite like seeing the flow of what his team's doing here, like he saw maybe a little more energy in that second quarter.
Yeah, we just turned the ball over twice consecutive possessions, so pretty certain that's not what he drew up. So you all ready for Christmas, Nate?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
All
my stuff's taken care of.
You mean everybody's bought presents for you? Is that what you mean by?
As I understand it, yeah. Yeah.
I think we're all set too. Credit Carrie and the girls for most of that.
Now it's just ready to eat too much and then regret that later on.
See, that's the part I'm really good at. And drinking a lot of water.
Yeah, you like to stay hydrated.
I do. Oh, I don't know, whatever.
That's what I think of when they talk about you and they say, yeah, that guy drinks a lot of water.
I'm a connoisseur.
Yeah. I'm surprised you're still up here. You don't leave to go up here every 6 minutes to go down to find some facilities. 27-21. Build on that, 28-21. As Krogman puts that through.
You can kind of feel the mood change here. The wind has definitely gone out of the Jesup sails a bit, so they need to find a way to dig deep and get that back. They've got to find a way to get some points on the board because they are just struggling to get anything at the moment.
High pass. Bain comes in, and she will disrupt that play. Get dinged with a foul, but that very well could have been a basket. Funky on the inbound, that far side. Gets over to Colbert.
That's a travel.
And yeah, saw the extra step in there. Jaden Bowes in the game for the Jayhawks, along with Zabel, Bolden, Peyton Bowes, and Sage Bain.
Let's go. Focus on one shot at a time here, girls. Good passes.
And Extra step as Peyton drops that one in, but not going to work, not going to go. And Weber coming in. She's got 3 fouls. She exited earlier. So Jesup now with 4 team fouls. Bring another one, and that will put West Delaware at the bonus. Shooting 2.
Travel.
And that motion, she couldn't stop that twirl and got the extra step and goes back towards Jesup.
Peyton Youngblood in for Peyton, or Jaden Bowes. So we're back up here tonight, or tomorrow night again. Sans Nate Clayberg. He'll be out on assignment.
Yeah, he'll bring in from down below Jason Pilcher.
By the way, did you? I think you already noted this, that the wrestlers took down Denver as well.
Yep, they got them done too.
Okay.
That was a little tighter match, but they still pretty good margin of victory.
Yep. That was 43-32 Jesup over Denver, if you didn't catch that previously.
And I think it was 66-13 or something like that over Columbus.
66-18 over Columbus. There you go.
Okay.
Peyton Weber gets us off that little hump that we were on. Peyton Bowe's getting after it right now, man. She wants that ball back. And that's what we need. You get one girl out there that shows that sense of urgency, and that might start to carry through to the rest of them.
Petlin in for West Delaware.
And I think we also saw, did Colbert just come in?
Looked like.
Colbert?
She came back in, yeah. 67 seconds to go, third quarter. Just beginning that.
Apologies to our West Delaware fans tonight. I haven't done as good a job calling out when your girls enter and exit the game. I usually try to keep up on both teams, and I've failed here tonight, Nate.
It's only your third night here this week.
True. That is true.
I'll give you a little leniency.
It's been a long night. It's the third game this week already. Well, yes, third game this week.
5th game for you.
Get in there, Peyton.
Weber, wow, got that one taken from her. Peyton Youngblood trying to hold up defensively, and she takes the charge.
That's what I'm talking about, Peyton Youngblood.
Yep, she held it long enough.
Yep, that's a good job. My good buddy and one of Peyton Youngblood's favorite coaches growing up, big dog Sean Mullahan from up north in Fairbank, would love that play. He loved it when kids got hustled down, set up, and threw a charge like that.
Wobena coming in for West Delaware. 19 seconds remain. Peyton Bowes along with her sister Jaden Bowes as they cross midcourt. Zabel in, Weber, Youngbloods.
Hit it.
Jaden, three-pointer.
Boom!
3 points for her. Jesup sneaking back in. Only down by 4. Last second shot up, and that will bank in for a 3. Conrad says no, but they're going to say Colbert hit that one in time, and it makes it 33-26. That gives a little energy for West Delaware going into this little break, and there's just a little something extra for Coach Conrad to think about. Maybe a little different than what he thought he was going to talk about in the huddle here.
Yeah, I was sorry. I was just watching the refs have a little discussion mid-court here, clearly talking about that 3. The one gentleman is very confident that it went in. The other one, I'm not sure if he's quite so confident. And then the third one, I don't think has an opinion either way.
He doesn't want to be a deciding factor.
But
let's go as ruled.
Honestly, Nate, I think it was in. I probably would have called it.
Yeah, you know, I saw it go up. I felt like it was up before that the backboard lit. And it banked it in. She didn't call it. Maybe that's what they're talking about.
Yeah,
Since
that
she didn't
could be.
call the bank, they don't know if it should
Just
count
give
or
her
not.
2 instead of 3.
33-26, West Delaware on the advantage. Jessup's only had the lead once. I think it was when they were up 18-17 or something like that. 13 points for Krogman, leading for West Delaware. Other side of it, Jesup has Adriana Bolden. She is leading for the Jayhawks with just 7 points.
Krogman is back into the game, coming out of that timeout.
Keeping
Asking for the ball. Jesup doing a nice.
foul on the floor over there. Weber, Jaden Bowes, Peyton Youngblood, Peyton Bowes, and Adriana Bolden all in the game for Jesup.
Foul against.
And we will see
Peyton
Nesbitt
Weber.
come in.
Peyton Weber will take a seat, as you said, Nate. Nesbitt back in. They called Peyton Weber for that foul. Offensive foul.
And that's
Or
her
defensive.
fourth. That's her fourth first-team foul for Jesup. And West Delaware
Funk.
gets it to go. Take her to double numbers at 10.
Hit that. Get in there.
It's got to go eventually.
Yes, it does. Oh, you.
Right on the line as she caught that. There was hard. It's hard to stop. Conrad wanted a quick explanation. He didn't think it should have happened, but
I don't. Did they?
You're not a
call- I
coach
think
if you're
they
not
called it-
questioning.
Didn't they call it travel?
or was it over and back? I didn't think like it was an extra.
Oh, I didn't think
step
she
in there.
actually went over and back. I thought they called it traveling, but maybe
Okay.
not. That's Olivia Nesbitt's. Is that her fifth?
Should be her fourth, I
foul?
think.
Okay.
So Nesbitt, yeah, that should be her fourth one, going up team second foul. That gives coach some things to think about here. And she had 23 points the other night. Back of the rim, no good. Make some substitutions. Zabel comes in for Nesbitt. As Emma Bowes, she enters the game.
Langle remains at the line to shoot her second. Up and good.
Rims in. Biggest margin, I believe, tonight.
Yes, sir. Trying to do the maths. Did they not add a point there? Is it 36?
Yeah, they finally got it.
26?
I think maybe they put it in right away.
Okay.
I'm sure they're figuring that out right now if that's the case. Ball comes out of bounds. Jesup will keep it. Under 7 minutes to play in this game.
So
Jesup 8-0 on the season.
10-point lead for the West Delaware Hawks. I thought it should have been 37, but clearly I'm mistaken.
Bowes, a three attempt, goes away.
Help.
Dish out, looking for a shot. Susie Funk, baseline Krogman. And freshman Zabel will get that foul, and it'll be the third team foul this quarter for the Jayhawks.
Sage Bain going to come in after the first shot here. She will remove Emma Zabel from the game. Remove seems like not the right.
Yeah, that she's been dismissed.
Yeah.
Second free throw, count that in there. And just the inside game has been tough for Jesup, and Bain had an opportunity there, but a foul down low, and that is going to go against Jesup and Emma Bowes.
I mean, Bain, she did everything right there. She just missed the shot. She got herself turned, squared up, put the ball up. It didn't go in.
Nora Payton struggling to get that across for West Delaware. 28 seconds on that shot clock. Wide open underneath. Opportunity for Funk. 12 points for her. Peyton Youngblood gets collapsed on, and a ball just off the fingertips of Peyton Bowes out of bounds.
This is what you call snowball effect, Nate. Our Jesup J-Hawks a much better team than what we're seeing right now, but also credit West Delaware for, taking them out of their game.
It's been pretty consistent defense both sides, and both teams have been getting enough shots, but it's cliche, but they're making more of them.
Yeah,
that's where we're at.
Yeah, we've really struggled to get baskets down low. And again, I mean, you're going up against a 6'1" and a 5'10" in Funk and Krogman, so I guess 6 foot Krogman is. Krogman looks taller than 6 foot out there.
We're also 20 feet in the air, so it's hard to tell.
This is true.
40-26, Jesup. I mean, it looked like some energy really leaking out towards that third, when we ended the third quarter, but then that last second shot went in and took some momentum off of that, I believe.
I mean, Nate, when I put these girls between my index and thumb, they can't be more than an inch tall.
I'm sure there's a math equation for that.
Our home crowd is probably overthinking, what is...
Yeah, and West Delaware's like, I'm going to just listen to the radio guy. I don't know who these guys are.
Emma Bowes, take it at him, Emma.
Oh, a little caught up and an extra step as plenty of time for Nora Payton to set up, and Emma Bowes and her teammates back on defense quickly.
Keep playing hard, girls.
Trying to slow that press coming through.
There you go.
And ball is loose on the floor, and we're going to see a possession arrow go towards West Delaware. Bringing McMahon will enter the game. Sitting down is Funk for the Hawks. Peyton Bowes get her shoe tied, and
I think we had the arrow pointing the wrong way, Nate. This is going to go to the Jayhawks.
Okay. Checking the scorebook quick. Krogman leads West Delaware 21 points. Other side of it, you're on the Bolden at 7. It's remained that way for a while.
There you go. Nice move. Now get at him. Get at him.
Her first basket tonight.
Force a turnover here.
She had a really good game on Tuesday.
There you go. Nice job, White.
Timeout wanted on the floor.
With 4:40 to go, they've got a 12-point lead. Not insurmountable at all. But since I'm not the one coaching and I'm not on the floor playing, I can talk freely up here. The odds are in West Delaware's favor at this point, but you don't ever stop playing, and actually some of your best learning moments can happen in this final 4.5 minutes of play here. I mean, it's a gut check. You get to see what you got in you. How do you respond to a little bit of adversity? I mean, we've had some adversity this year. We've been in close games, and we've come out on the right side of them all. This is the first time we've been down this many, and you're going to hang your head and let that deficit grow, or are you going to get after it? And even if you don't get the win, well, you close that gap and you come out stronger because of it.
Yeah, and we talked earlier, they're 13th ranked. They were 15th last week, undefeated 8-0, 2-0 in conference play. You maybe get that monkey off your back here before break. Get that one loss.
The thing, and I actually said this to a couple of the girls I was talking to. I said, the more you win, the harder it is to win. The heavier that is, the weight of winning. And everybody is gunning for you.
Emma Bowes hit hard on kind of the side of the head as she was in there defensively, and
I need the old concussion
she
protocol there.
she needs to follow the player in the middle probably right now. As that quick turnaround, see the pull down from Peyton Bowes. Emma has it. Dish it off. Three-pointer attempt.
Yes!
There, she finally gets it to go in from that length. Bowes.
Get there.
Sitting at 9 points. Plenty of time, really, for Jesup to play some catch-up here, but they're going to have to keep that pressure on defense.
Nope.
And they've got some tired legs. This is their third game this week. The only other game that West Delaware had was on Tuesday against Marion. They had a loss 65-58.
Yeah, that's a beast of a conference West Delaware is in, that Walmack. They play.
Yeah, you're coming out of break against Beckman, Clear Creek Amana, Williamsburg, Solon, Center Point, Mount Vernon. Get Independence again in there.
Yeah, and you look at their, the out of conference games they played already. It's like, man, this is a team that could make a deep run just based on who they've had to play.
Front of the rim, no good. Pulled down by Youngblood. Ball is loose, trying to change it down and save it. Bolden is going to get pushed, and
Krogman Funk.
That'll be the first team foul of the half against West Delaware.
First of the quarter.
Of the quarter, yes.
I'm still getting used to that too, Nate.
Sometimes I say things and I don't even know I said it. There's Jaden Bowes.
That's the story of my life. Or people say things to me and I don't remember they said it.
Oh, yeah. I've experienced that. Nora Payton had a touch on it. Looking at the corner. And I'm sure the charge from West Delaware here is to use that clock. And they're going to force turnovers, and Peyton Bowes, she applies the pressure, gets that back from Peyton.
Yeah, and credit Adriana Bolden on that. She was the you got to get.
And we're going to go quickly back the other way. Peyton Bowes will get the foul under her name, and Nora Payton will get a basket under hers. That'll be her first basket of the night.
Nesbitt and Shizzle into the game for the Jayhawks. This will be Marley Shizzle's first time into the game. Marley's a freshman guard, number 35. Plays the entire game in JV, point guard for the JV. Nice little player. Gonna be a solid player for this varsity team as she continues to develop.
Peyton Bowes finds Bolden. Rapid, quick fire, trying to get some shots off quick. Missed shot, ricochets. Nesbitt had a chance on it. And you can kind of see the wear and tear a little bit on this girls team, and I'm sure that's why Conrad went to the freshman Shizzle to come in and try and get some little bit of rest for some of those players out there. I mean, the pressure they're putting on defense and then quickly trying to get that ball down the floor offensively.
Yeah. Get some fresh legs out there to play defense. That sure doesn't hurt. It also doesn't hurt to give your freshman point guard some good experience in a game like this.
2:27 to go. Free throw up. That will come in. And that's Nora Payton, now with 4 points total. 5 points, actually, total. Peyton Youngblood had a chance on that, trying to chase down this Hawk offense, and that one went in their favor. 7 points from McMahon. Ball's loose, gets away from Shizzle. quickly back on defense. Approaching 2 minutes to go.
Adriana Bolden back in for Shizzle. And Peyton Weber in for Olivia Nesbitt.
Peyton Weber has 4 fouls to her name. She's been out for quite a few minutes. And keep pushing that pressure there. It looks like almost they're trying to take advantage of some of that tiredness.
That's exactly what they're doing. They know they've got us worn out, and we're struggling to just complete a simple pass at this point.
Jesup's leading scorer is Peyton Bose. She's got 10, actually 9. Lean to Bain, and Bain's, she's going to want to height up against her. She's trying to force that, but does get to go to the free throw line. That is the third team foul this quarter for the Hawks. Jesup in that bonus. They've been there for a little while, or at least the Hawks have been in that situation to get the 2 free throws. Nice effort there from Bain.
Confident shot.
And that's her first score.
I'd love to see one of these gals develop a voice. What I've noticed, just a general observation, I haven't noticed any of these girls really be the one that steps up and says, girls, let's go.
Yeah.
We're down, but get your head up. Play some defense. Get in the game.
Which we've talked about this over the last how many years, Luke. You don't see a ton of that.
No.
In a lot of sports, unfortunately, in the high school level now. You see, if you hear it, it's kind of unusual.
Yeah, even on the guys' team, we got a player like Jack Miller who's phenomenal in every sense of the word, but he's quiet. He's a quiet kid on
As
and
was
off.
Laney Pilcher was a little quiet last year, too.
Laney
for what
Pilcher
she
was not a
contributed.
vocal leader. I mean, they certainly lead with their play.
Right.
But sometimes it's nice when you got that kid that's not afraid to just lift.
Is this where you go
kids
back
up.
to the garbage man?
Yeah.
Is this we're going to go back to Rodney Selesky?
Rodney was
some years ago.
Rodney was that guy.
Example of it.
Great teams always have that player or those players that, one, can lift a kid up when they need it, and 2, can chew some butt when they need it.
Yeah.
But they've put themselves in a position where they're respected. The rest of the team isn't mad at you for chewing my butt. I respect you. I know I need it. Now that you've chewed my butt, I realized I need that, and I'm going to go out and play hard.
So would you mind if I did that to you then? Am I doing this?
Yes.
Every now and then, just kind of just bring it to you.
Punch me in the side of the head, and I'm going to be like, "Yep, I needed that."
Luke, get your head out of your keister. Let's go. What are you talking about?
Although, if you use the word keister, I'm going to be like, "No."
We're talking marples. That's what we're really talking about, is those marshmallow candies.
Yeah, marples. Man, forgot all about those.
Oh, the history of things we've talked about up here.
Still, the worst night of my life remains the night we did those.
Bean Boozled?
Bean Boozled.
Oh, yeah.
I about threw up on my mic.
Is that meringue or is that a booger?
Earwax or booger.
Yeah. Well, let's give it a go and see.
There you go. Sage Bain coming with confidence. Talking about a player who I think actually could be that vocal leader, Sage Bain. I mean, she doesn't say a lot out there right now, but that kid's got all the confidence in the world. And she's likable. Just start small. Start chatting it up with the kids. And
missed the front of that, so see what she can do here on this second one. Down 17. She's at 3 points. All have scored that have been in the game with the exception of Allie Shizzle.
You know who I think is going to be that vocal leader over the years here? Guess.
Emma Bose.
No. Peyton Weber.
Peyton Weber. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Nothing against Emma Bose,
all right.
by the way.
Well, let's scratch in the paint right here and see if it shows up in the next couple years. Under a minute.
I also think that Emma Zabel could grow into that. The reality is any one of these girls could do it. They got to be willing to do it.
Cross court, Emma Bowes, or actually Peyton Bowes takes a shot, no good. 40 seconds under that to play. Give and go doesn't fall. Bolden has the touch. Jesup will go down 8-1 on the season. With this loss to Western Dubuque, they will go to 5-5.
You know what, though? They're still playing hard, and that's what matters. Coach Conrad still coaching. Players still playing.
That will close it out. 50-34 is the score. Jesup's leader tonight, Peyton Bowes. She had 9 points. Bolden with 7. 4 for Peyton Weber. Number of girls in foul trouble that didn't help the situation of getting opportunities for West Delaware to get in the on the free throw line. Leading scorer for West Delaware, I believe, is 21 points for Krogman, 12 for Funk, 7 in there for McMahon. Jesup, as I did say, goes to 8-1. They'll return from break and go back-to-back. They'll be at Grundy Center on the 4th and host AGWSR on January 5th. Final comments, Luke, on this game, but even the first half of this season.
Outstanding first half of the season. And you know what this game has done? We lost. If any of the girls watch this and listen to this afterwards, put it behind you. This game doesn't mean anything at this point. You just went 8-1 to start the season. Once again, I can't tell you the last time we started, our girls started 8-0. It's a phenomenal achievement. They're going to get into conference play after Christmas here. Get out, get after it, and get back to winning, and put this game behind you. You guys are awesome, and you got a lot of great games ahead of you.
Well, I want to thank everybody who's joined us throughout the calendar year 2023, from basketball, wrestling, to coverage of our fall sports. And we're not done yet as we get into the second half of 24. And the seasons, have they gone as we predicted? I would say no, they've not. In many different counts, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily been negative. But it's been kind of fun to see these teams, the girls team, the boys team, and we haven't even seen wrestling here on the Sports Network just yet to have the excitement that we have for Jesup here this school year.
They're going to see it soon enough, though.
Again, thanks for joining us on the Jayhawks Sports Network. For Luke Baldwin, as well as Anthony Barr, on-site producer, Eric Clark, who's been our camera operator here in the upper patio of Jesup South Gym. Our final score tonight, 50-34. Girls losing to West Delaware. Our next broadcast tomorrow night, Luke and Jason will have Jesup boys against Don Bosco. You can watch this game again on replay on either our Facebook page or on our YouTube channel. This is the Jayhawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology. Music courtesy of bensound.com. Go Jayhawks, and good night.